Good afternoon, Professor Bogart. My name is Rachel Dare, and I'm in your Anatomy and Physiology lab. And today I'll be going through the muscles of the cat. We'll start with the neck. We have the digastrics, which depress the mandible. We have the mylohyoid and glenohyoid that raise the floor of the mouth. Then we have the sternohyoid, which depresses the hyoid. Then we have the sternomastoid, which turns and depresses the head. Then we have the masseter that elevates the mandible. And we have the abdominal muscles. We have the rectus abdominis. We have the transverse abdominis in the middle. The rectus abdominis is your six-pack. It's for flexing and rotating the trunk. The transverse abdominis is the lowest layer, and it is for compressing the abdomen. Then we have the external and internal obliques, which compress the abdomen and flex the vertebral column. Then we have the upper forelimb muscles. I kind of butchered the the exterior ones, or the superficial ones, in order to get to the interior ones. But that usually goes here to here is the pectoral muscles. The four pectoral muscles go from here over here. So we have the pecta antebrachialis, and they all adduct the forelimb. So we have the pectoral antebrachialis, then we have the pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, and then down here we have the xiphi humerales. The xiphi humerales also medially rotates the forelimb. And so now we go on to a little bit deeper. We have the latissimus dorsi, which posts actually on the back of the cat, but you can see here it moves the forelimb posteriorly and dorsally. Then we have the epitrochleus, which is here. It rotates the ulna, and then we have the long head of the triceps, which the long head extends the forelimb. The medial head is on the other side, and also the lateral head. They also extend the forelimb. I'll show you them later. Then we have the serratus ventralis, which which pulls the ribs anteriorly. It pulls the scapula anteriorly. We have them right there. And then we have the three scalenus muscles. One is so there's the anterior, middle, and posterior scalenus muscles, anterior, middle, and posterior, and they draw the ribs anteriorly. Then we have the teres major. There's the teres major, and we have the teres major, and it medially rotates, adducts, and extends the humerus. And the subscapularis, which is a rotator cuff muscle, assists in medially rotating the humerus. So now we'll go, this is the biceps brachialis in here. This is the biceps brachialis, and it is for flexing the forelimb. Then we have the, here we go, we have the brachioradialis, which supinates the forelimb, supinates the paw. Then we have the extensor carpi radialis longus and extensor carpi radialis brevis, which extend the wrist. Then we have the pronator teres over here, which pronates the paw. Then we have the flexor carpi radialis, which flexes the wrist. Then we have the palmaris longus, which flexes the digits. And we have the flexor carpi ulnaris, which flexes the carpals in the wrist. Then we have on this side, we have the anconeus, which flexes the which extends the arm. And then we have here, I didn't do that very well, we have the extensor digitorum carpi communis and extensor digitorum lateralis, which extend the digits, and we have the extensor carpi ulnaris, which extends the wrist. Then we have the brachialis, which flexes the arm. Okay, so I believe that we're done with those. I'll come back to them if I forget, if I remember any more. Now we'll go to the leg, the medial leg. So we have the sartorius, which is a superficial muscle, and the gracilis, and they both adduct the thigh. And then we have underneath them, we have a whole host of them, have a whole host of muscles. Alright, so we have the iliopsoas, which flexes the hip. We have the pectineus, the adductor longus, and adductor femoris, which all adduct the thigh. Then we have the quadriceps muscles. We have there are 4 of them. There's the vastus lateralis, the quadriceps, the rectus femoris, and the vastus lateralis. And we also have the vastus intermedialis, which is underneath, and you can't really see it. And these all extend the thigh, the leg. And then we have 2 of the 3 hamstring muscles, and this is the semimembranous, and then this is the semitendinosus. The semimembranous extends the thigh, and the semitendinosus flexes the thigh or leg. Then we have the shin muscles, or the muscles in the lower leg. We have the gastrocnemius, which extends the foot. We have the underneath it, we have the plantaris, which extends the foot and flexes the digits, those down there. Then we have the soleus, and that extends the foot. And then we have the right underneath the tibia, posterior to the tibia, is the flexor digitorum longus, which flexes the digits, flexor digitorum. And then we have the anterior the tibialis anterior here, that flexes the foot. Now I'm going to I can't pause this, so I am going to stop it, and so I can flip it over. Sorry, my family doesn't really like dissecting things, so I had to do this by myself.